everyone, my name is Random, and today we have another Star Wars article. I honestly don't, I don't really know if I want to bring any more attention to Star Wars. Same thing with Star Trek, same thing with every other crazy, stupid franchise that's been being ruined lately. But, you know, here we go. IndieWire's got to go and bring it up, and if they say something, then it must be something worth talking about, so here we go. Oscar Isaacs has the best reaction to The Last Jedi Backlash. Hopes angry fans get inspired to create their own stuff. Alright. So far, I did kind of skim through this article, and it does seem to be what he says. And it says, here we have a little ad for episode 9 that we're totally not going to see. Oscar Isaacs is gearing up to play his Star Wars character Poe Dameron for a third time in J.J. Abrams' upcoming episode 9. But in the meantime, he has a message for all the angry Star Wars fans upset by Rian Johnson's The Last Jedi, the most recent Star Wars entry that opened last December and faced backlash. That's actually not true. The most recent Star Wars entry was Solo that nobody saw. But, you know, whatever. We'll assume that you're talking about the original the Disney main saga trilogy, because the Solo movie is a side story. So, faced backlash from some upset fans by the inclusion of more prominent female characters, and some angered by storylines that diverted from popular fan theories. Isaac took an optimistic approach when talking about the backlash with Yahoo! Entertainment. All right. So, this I can like. I don't have a problem with saying, yes, there are angry fans based on what Rian Johnson has done. I don't like that they're saying and trying to still play this game of, you know, people are angered by there's female characters. We're not. I have never heard of anybody being angered that there's female characters, but, you know, I'm sure some of them exist. I'm sure they exist. I'm sure it's a much smaller percentage that the media would like to have you believe. But we are angered by storylines that diverted from, well, it's not so much popular fan theories. We were diverted from the actual trilogy of original characters of the Skywalker fucking saga. There are hardly any Skywalkers in The Last Jedi or even The Force Awakens. You've got this idiot Rey who doesn't have anything to do with anything. You have Poe, you have Finn, and you have Rose, and none of these people are Skywalkers. We have Kylo, who's just emo Kmart Vader. Like, it doesn't, you know, we barely have Skywalkers. You know, we have cameos from Skywalkers in the Skywalker saga. So this is kind of more of what we're upset about, and the fact that Luke is now a bitch that's crying on an island, sucking off some space booby monster. I don't know. That might have something to do with it, but we'll see. So, quote, what I think is really special about the whole thing, particularly for people that really don't agree with where the story went, is that it's often a great inspiration to do your own stuff. Obviously, making your own Star Wars movie is a bit of a tough challenge, but at least from the narrative standpoint, maybe you make your own thing and then show what you would want. Make what you would want to see. Yes, yeah, except for one thing. Disney fucking owns Star Wars. There's no goddamn way in hell we would ever be allowed to make our own Star Wars movie. This is why the Star Wars remake of Last Jedi hasn't gone anywhere, and that was just kind of a pipe dream. Anyway, we don't have the legal right to make our Star Wars movie, so we have to complain to whoever we want. You know, we have to complain to the waiter that our food is cold and that the chef spit in it and used it to wipe his ass, you know? So this is kind of the analogy that I'm definitely, I give credit to Tom from Midnight's Edge for that analogy. We're trying to complain to the filmmakers, we're trying to complain to the directors, and sometimes the actors are get in the way. Sometimes the actors are the ones who respond when we hashtag make Star Wars great again, when we accidentally get into threads where we don't even know that people are tagged in it, because sometimes people tag actors in threads, sometimes they tag directors in threads. So yes, read more. Kelly Marie Tran speaks out about online harassment. I started to believe them. No, she started to believe Hollywood. Read your fucking article. I will link my my reading of the New York Times article where she absolutely didn't say one fucking thing about being bullied off of Instagram, because she didn't. She wasn't. She was not bullied off of Instagram. Her account isn't even deleted. It's suspended. The original article was speculation, and we all fucking know that. Okay? We know this is a lie. We know you guys are just spinning the truth because you read the headline and didn't read the article with Kelly Marie Tran. Continuing. The backlash against The Last Jedi made headlines earlier this year after Issac's co-star wiped her Instagram account clean due to online harassment, which I just said is speculation. We don't know for sure. Not only that, she still hasn't answered the fucking question. We don't have any quotes from her. We have poorly edited together sort of paragraphs of what she could have said and implied. I mean, and the only thing that we do have actual quotes of are that the media, Hollywood, all of these things, and her parents are the people who said she's not good enough by making, sure that they changed their names. So it's nothing to do with us. It is absolutely nothing to do with us. And anybody who tells you otherwise doesn't read the articles. Okay? You guys need to actually read these articles. This is why we make a point to doing this. Rian Johnson and Mark Hamill have used social media to support Tran against the online bullying. Well, actually, Rian Johnson's just as bad as anybody about bullying people by calling everybody man babies and getting into fights with people like the very mature, aged, experienced director he is, and not a fucking 12-year-old goddamn troll on YouTube. But, that being said, I haven't seen anything bad from Mark Hamill, so I'm not saying anything about him. During his interview with Yahoo! Issac also reacted to a moment at Comic-Con earlier this year where Poe Dameron was court-martialed by fans. The host of Legal Geeks podcast held a mock trial at Comic-Con for Dameron, who undermined Vice Admiral's authority in The Last Jedi and put the entire Resistance at group. Oh, no, you do not. Vice Admiral Holdo should have been put on trial there, not Poe Dameron. Poe Dameron just said, hey, you might want to tell me what's going on. Just, since we have like 30 fucking people left in this resistance, we might need to kind of know. We might need... Yeah, oh lord. And keep in mind, he didn't actually write it. Why are you putting a character on trial when the fucking Rian Johnson's the one who wrote it, stupidly? I love that, Issac said of his fans unhappy with Dameron's actions. It's incredible because you have people actually engaging with the ethical questions of war and what leadership is. The last thing you want is for people to watch a movie and be like, great, and then move on. With The Last Jedi, the conversation continues and can stir real emotions. You're having a conversation about actual things that matter, Exactly. We actually care, and it actually matters how our fandoms are being treated. And yeah, I can totally agree that people are picking apart a lot of the messages of The Last Jedi. Whether or not Poe was in the wrong or Holdo was in the wrong. That actually I can support. I can put some support behind some of the debates. But at the end of the day, Rian Johnson's the one who wrote the fucking movie. I think the content of it is not so heavy that The Last Jedi is not Darmok, okay? The Last Jedi is not Star Trek, Next Generation, or Deep Space Nine. It's not heavy, it's not creative, it's not very deep. So yes, it's cute that, they want to put little characters on a silly little movie on trial like that when we have actual deep content in science fiction that we could pull from. Yeah, it's cute. Issac returns to the big screen and in its commercial for whatever, and we're not going to watch Star Wars. So, yeah, tell me what you guys' thoughts are on this. I just wanted to... I'll link the article in the description as well as my video for the Kelly Marie Tran thing if you want to know all of my thoughts on that. And tell me what you guys think of this. Am I kind of overreacting? Like, does he not realize that we can't make our own Star Wars? We kind of have to go through Rian Johnson and Kathleen Kennedy, and we have to go through YouTube and any outlet that we have so that they can fix it and they can make it better and not give us subpar garbage. I mean, we can't. We don't have the option to make our own stuff. But that being said, we have the option to go watch other great things. I've heard nothing but wonderful things about The Expanse. We have things like Babylon 5 that are actually good. So we don't have to waste our energy on shit like Star Wars if it's not that good. Let one or two reviewers go and see it. And just don't watch it if it's shit. And if it's great, I will be the first one to say, oh my god, I love this movie. And if it's shit, I will tell you to avoid stepping in it like the good, courteous human being that I am. You know, this is why we do all of us. This is why we all do this. So we can tell you guys, hey, there's some shit on the sidewalk. You might not want to step in it. And you know, and this goes double for anybody who does say, hey, maybe you shouldn't complain so much. Maybe you shouldn't just not watch it. You know, if same thing with Star Trek Discovery, I get comments all the time. Just don't watch it. Why are you so negative? Why complain about it? Because I would be irresponsible to not avoid you about the dog shit in the sidewalk, right? I would be irresponsible to not say, hey, there's a giant 3-car pileup in the middle of the street on your way to work. Maybe take the next, the way around. Maybe leave a few minutes later or earlier or whatever. Take another route. Go watch something else. Go watch anything other than Star Wars or Star Trek Discovery for that matter. Tell me what you guys think. My name is MechaRandom42. You might still see me under your sub box as RandomGameUser42. I will see you guys on the next video or live stream. Bye!